were saved, all listened to his word and his preaching. But they didn't preach all that God commanded. And I think that's the difference. It should be the difference in even us. Look for those people that are religious but misled. Look for those people that we work with. Maybe tomorrow in the break room, somebody might be talking about Billy Graham. And let's try to use that as an opportunity to talk about, well, why do you think Billy Graham is a good person? I mean, just open some dialogue and talk to people. Yes, he was good, but was he righteous before God in all things? And our Baptist friends especially, they're very, very close to the truth, but they lack one or two things. The actual way of salvation. How do you get added to the church? It's not a warm, fuzzy feeling in a sinner prayer. And we know that. Like I said, I'm preaching to the most righteous people in the county probably when I come here, because we are trying to do everything we can do what we just said.
The Baptist church parking lot this morning I come out was packed full.
They've lost a great leader, and it's packed. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about God's law. Many of them, for the first time, are, I guess, dealing with the fact that even great men die. We know that all men will die. All men will stand for the judgment seat of Christ. God. I think he was also one of the ones that said he wasn't going to be a judgment, but I don't know if I can quote that or not. All men will be before God in judgment. So we need to do it and live in everything we can. And that's one thing in this book. I think the reason I liked it so much was because it pointed out here were people that did, in most cases, what God commanded. Also examples of people that didn't do what God commanded and what the results were. Kurt went through, I think last week, Genesis 22, 27, down around the birth of Isaac. She said he went through some of the questions. If you will, if your books, page 15, we'll pick up with the questions quickly, cover some of those. One of the key things was Abraham thought he had a better way, I'll say, than what God had told him. True or false? Abraham thought he could help God out in his plans. Sure. And he talks about that there in the down toward the bottom, Jacob and Esau. In chapter 27, 1 through 40. Flip over there to Will. Kind of your mind back in the game here. Genesis 27. The promise to Abraham, Jacob and Esau in 25. The things that they were doing. One was a cunning hunter, Esau. Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Dealing with Jacob and Esau. First verse of 27 says, "It came to pass that when Isaac was old, and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau, his eldest son, and said to him, My son, he said, said to him, Behold, here am I. And he said, Behold, now I am old, and know not the day of my death. Now therefore, take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver, thy bow, and go out into the field and take you some venison, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau his son. And Esau went to the field to hunt for venison and bring it in. And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her son, saying, Behold, I heard thy father speaking to Esau thy brother, saying, Bring venison, and make me a savory meat, that I may bless thee before the Lord before my death. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice according to that which I command thee. Go back now to the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 good kids, both the goats. And I will make them a savory meat to thy father, such as he loveth. And thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may bless thee before his death. We all know the story of this, what was happening. The blessing was supposed to, in this case, in Isaac's mind, it was going to go to who? It was going to go to the eldest son. That's the thing, the way it was set up, that's what was normally done. And here, Rebekah, Jacob's mother, devises this plan to trick Isaac. And we know that Rebekah took to the raiment of her eldest son Esau, basically dressed him up, the younger son, put him before Isaac, who had already, in his own mind, already admitted that he was old and couldn't see, but tricked him. And Esau received the blessing that should have, or Jacob received the blessing that should have Esau. What is that blessing? Do we know what that was? Or was it a goodly portion of the land, the physical, the spiritual?
You got the chief blessing.
You got the chief blessing.
Was that oldest was like 2/3 to a third or something as far as that's the Jewish way it was laid out. It was the physical blessings in that respect of his later young.
There, when you look back at the, we're only 28, 29 chapters into the book of Genesis. There's been lies, murder, deceit. There's been, in this place, even within families, we call it trickery, trying to get the better within the family of the blessing of the birthright and the things that were given. And it could be taken back. There are things going on there that today we really don't see that much of, but to them it was very important who got that blessing. And who was basically the leader, who was the follower, all the way back to Cain and Abel. There's a lot of jealousy and animosity between people in their own families. Hopefully we may know people in our families are similar to that, but hopefully we don't. We need to try to be, and as open as up front as we can in all of our dealings, especially with our families, because it will make a long-term effect of it could be devastating. We are supposed to be the Christian. We are supposed to be, if you will, the examples in our families. We make sure we're doing our part. Going back to the question, what does the name Isaac mean? Author points out that it was one who laughs. He was the second of the patriarchs, second son of Abraham, top line chapter we read. The only son of Sarah. I don't remember if it's in this lesson, it was in the last lesson. What did Sarah do when she was told that she was going to have a child? What key word does the Bible say that she did when she heard in her old age she was going to have a baby? She laughed. Do we laugh at anything God says? Hopefully not. In a sense we do. We may not laugh openly, but if we, take parts of the Bible and don't dwell too much on them, don't, if you will, think about it much, in a sense we do laugh at some of the word, right? Be very careful. Like I started off with, we need to make sure we're following all the commands of God as best we can. I think one of the things that The author points out that the Abraham and Sarah were old when Isaac was born. I think it was it 90 and 120 or something like that. I'm not sure. I didn't write that one down. But Abraham was 100. Abraham was 100. Sarah was 91 when Isaac was born. Just 7. Beyond the normal childbearing age, obviously. But God saw to it to do so. How does Paul distinguish between the birth of Ishmael and that of Isaac? Flip over to Galatians 4. There's several verses here that we'll read, several answers to their questions here from Galatians chapter 4. And Rob will read, start off at 22 and we'll go around the room down to 31. This is the chapter. Galatians chapter 4.
For it is written that Abraham had 2 sons, the one being by a bondmaid, the other by a free one. But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh, but he of the free one was by promise. Which things are an allegory, for these are the 2 covenants. The one from Mount Sinai, which gendereth the bondage, which is Hagar. But this Hagar was Mount Sinai and Arabia, and answered to Jerusalem, which now and is in bondage with her children. Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all. For it is written, Rejoice, thou barren, that bearest not. Break forth and cry, thou that travailest not. For the desolate hath many more children than she which hath an husband. Now we, brethren, as Isaac was, are the children of promise, but as then he was born after the flesh, persecuted him that was born after the spirit, even so it is now. Nevertheless, what saith the Scripture? Cast out the bondwoman and her son. For the son of the bondwoman shall not be heir with the son of the free woman. So then, brethren, we are not children of the bondwoman, but of the free.
Okay. There at the end of chapter 4 of Galatians, the author asks, how does Paul distinguish between the birth of Ishmael and that of Isaac? What's the difference there about the parents? One was of the flesh, earthly. One was of the spirit. One was of promise. Obviously, the one that was of promise was designed by God. That was the plan. That was his idea. And that's what was going to happen. Number 4, on page 15 says, what was Paul down for? 2 covenants based on these 2 people, on Ishmael and Isaac. What did he refer to there? One is being under the bondwoman, being born of the flesh, and one is over the free woman. What a promise. Separated the old and new law, also in this chapter. As Paul wrote to the Galatians, he had to go back and point out historical facts that many of these people knew and believed and followed. Jews especially knew this story. Jews especially, who were the religious leaders and people at that time, understood what had happened to the old law, and yet many of them held on to that old law. That was what he's trying to preach and teach here. Times, commandments, covenants, have shifted to the new, to Christ. And then he talks about chapter 5 goes into the liberty that we have in Christ and the better way of worshiping God now. Number 5. How old was Isaac when Abraham attempted to offer him as a sacrifice? He was 40. No. 17. He was a young man. So Abraham was 100 when he had Isaac. So Isaac grew 17. So 117-year-old man versus a 17-year-old boy. There's something to be said there about the idea that Isaac also obeyed his father, knew that Abraham had lived before him, he believed in God, God would supply, God will deliver, and that was obviously something that he would never forget all his life. Jumping on down to number 12. How did Rebekah assist Jacob in deceiving his father? We'll talk about that. Rebekah dressed Jacob in his brother's clothes, put the lamb's wool on his hands so he would appear hairy, as a hairy man, and full of labor. How did Isaac show that he was a man of peace? What examples given there in Genesis 26? What does he do? He removed from thence, digged another well. This was the argument. Isaac started to dig in the valley. There found a well of spring water. The version of Garrett described as Isaac heard him saying, "The water is ours." And he called the name of the well Esek, because they strove with him. And they digged another well also, and strove for that also. And he called the name of it, "Sit down." And he removed from thence and digged another well. Several times he picked up and left to keep peace. Didn't want to go into it. And we can see that through the example Abraham set before him. Obviously, we think about Lot and his choice going towards Sodom and Gomorrah. He picked the better land, but spiritually it was the end for him and his family. Think about the choices he made, and also choices we can make. So again, Isaac's examples. Rather than go to war over it, he kept moving, kept building, digging wells, keeping peace. Also building altars as he moved to different cities, different places, different mountains, serving God as he should, as he moved. Number 14 says, why does Paul name Isaac as a hero of faith? In Hebrews 11, the book of faith, what did he say about it? Second before we do Hebrews 11, if you will. What does it say there, verse 20? Isaac was what?
The faith of equals Jacob and Esau for some things.
Okay. Things to come. Even in the New Testament, they're still referring back to the Old Testament. And they did things based on what was the promise that they hadn't even seen. Several times in Hebrews chapter 11, by faith, obviously Noah, Sarah, and down here Isaac, they all were looking for something that hadn't come yet, looking for Christ, looking for the new system that is now in place. But then they had heard about it. God had told them about it, but they didn't fully understand it like we do now. Things to come, things that hadn't seen yet. How old was Isaac when he died? Sometime quicker. Down to maybe 180 was buried by his sons and gave back to sleep at Hebrew. Hebrew comes up quite a bit in the Old Testament. Places they traveled to, but different people were buried there. So it's kind of a common thing for many of God's people. Physically, it doesn't really matter where we're buried. Spiritually, when our life ends, it matters quite a bit. So we need to think about developing those things. Make sure we are doing, like these examples that we know from the Old Testament, even carried over the New Testament. What was pleasing to God then was doing everything you could within your power to obey Him. Now, Isaac being a type of Christ, on page 16, points out that Isaac was born by a miracle. Christ had a miraculous birth. Isaac was the son of promise, so was Christ. The promise from God, Savior of the world. He was offered by his father, both of those cases. Willing sacrifice, that's where I guess I had it back in my mind about being a 17-year-old, he didn't buy it. He didn't, or if he did, we're not told that he did. But he was willing to be sacrificed if needed. And Christ obviously having the power to, we've sing songs about it. If he had made up his mind not to be killed, he would have been killed. But he chose to suffer, chose to die. And he was received back from the dead. Both obviously, Christ actually raised from the dead, but Isaac basically saved by the other sacrifice. Any questions about Isaac? Try to back up and find the answer if you have anything. Always been a really interesting study. Talk about life, especially Abraham and Isaac, all the way down through Jacob and Esau. Number 17. This was one of the when we looked through the book, figured it out. This was one that kind of caught my eye a little bit. We'll go through this pretty quick. So there's not a whole lot of verses about Melchizedek. Think about what we're going to read here. Page 17 in the Pink Book says Melchizedek, king and priest, Genesis 14 and also Hebrews 7. The name Melchizedek means king of righteousness. He was the king and priest of Salem, which is usually identified as the city of Jerusalem, the city of peace, as the name in tablets 400 BC. When Abraham was returning from his battle with Shaul the Lamamar, he met Melchizedek, who blessed him and refreshed him with ceremonial bread and wine. Genesis 14, 17 and 20. Abraham paid tithes to Melchizedek. Melchizedek is spoken of as being one without father, without mother, without the son, having neither beginning days nor end of life, but made like to the Son of God, abide with the priest continually. Hebrews 7 reference. These things are not spoken of Melchizedek as a man, but are spoken concerning his priesthood, in that he was not a priest after the order of Levi, nor had the right descent. His priesthood life and office were by divine decree and were to last continually. He was both king and priest, serving the Most High God. Jesus Christ is not a priest after the order of Levi, or the priesthood of Aaron under the old law of Moses, but is a priest after the order of Melchizedek. He is especially chosen of God and is king and priest at the same time. So, far as the priesthood was concerned, Melchizedek was without father and mother, predecessors or successors, and in this respect, he was like Christ. Spiritually speaking, who is a priest today? Christians. Oh, yeah. We are different. We are set apart, and we need to live that way. I think each one of us says we, especially after we became Christians, understand we can't be the same person we were before. We've got a different, if you will, leader. We're no longer serving Satan, the world, the flesh, but we're changed. I think this is one of the things that a lot of people, when they look at because there's not a lot told about Melchizedek, was spiritually. Flip back, if you will, to Genesis 14. When Abraham was returning, and there's a reference there that I'll pick up. It may be in the questions. I don't have it filled out. Still right there.
Explain Abraham's behavior, verse 20, chapter 42.
Let's back up and read all those together. 17 through the end of the chapter there. It says, the king of Sodom went out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of Jeroboam. And of the kings that were with him at the valley of Shaveh, which is in the king's dale. And because the king of Salem brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High God, so he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abram, the Most High God, preserver of heaven and earth. And blessed be the Most High God, which hath delivered thine enemies into thy hand. And he gave him tithes of all. That's the word I was looking for. And the king of Sodom said to Abram, Give me the persons and take the goods to thyself. Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have lift up my hand to the Lord, the Most High God, the preserver of heaven and earth, that I will not take from a thread even to the shoelash, and that I will not take anything that is thine, lest thou shouldest say, I have made Abram rich. Save only that which the young men have eaten, and the portion which the men have with them, with me, Amber, Esquiel, and Amram. Let them take their portion. Obviously, as we read through here, Abraham understands and knows that without God being with him, there was no hope. There was no opportunity, if you will, to be able to win these wars and battles and come back. Conversation there, he talks about he would keep anything. Lest he may have said he may be rich. Of the things that he had taken during the battles, during the war, he didn't keep any of it apparently. So I think giving God the victory, giving God the maybe all that he had taken during that battle may have been in his mind the best thing that he should have done. The word up there that I was looking for again was the Abraham gave because the tithes of all that he had. We talk about tithing. Is it commanded today? No, not in and of itself. But giving is. And we talk about how that in the old law this was normally 10%. When you could, but to go above and beyond, the Jewish eyes gave 10% of everything that you had, not just difference that you made, the possessions that you earned, but everything was given to the Lord. Something for us to think about as we maybe we write out our checks. Think about what God's given us, the blessings we have, the opportunities we have, our family and friends. And like I started out this morning, grateful not to be sick. How you put a price tag on that? I'm not sure on that. The reference to Abraham, unless like you said, it also made Abraham rich. I'm going to look that one up for you.
What do you think, Paul? He's just talking about the fact that Abraham wasn't going to have anybody to say that he got what he got from somebody else.
Well, Abraham went very clear as to what he got from God. Yeah. And he went back very clear. That's what he said. And he would refuse to be part and supported by the world. I think there's a lesson in that for the church today. But I would take the world's money if they gave it to you free market.
You're not going to be like Abraham.
Don't give you something real free market. It's about $20 a month.
I think the most confusing thing about Melchizedek is the fact that it says no father or mother about him. Everybody just gets, what it was. Was it some kind of other being?
That does not mean, in my opinion, that it didn't have a father. It simply means we don't have a record of it. No one of us glorified because it's not available.
Yeah. But it's kind of like,
don't tell you something, and nobody else can. I will just forget about it. Create one get angry somewhere else.
what do you say, Sue?
Amen.
He said no father or mother, so he meant God meant what he said.
Right.
So he had no mother or father.
Well,
Adam had no mother or father. God created him. So God can do anything.
Yeah.
Put somebody on the earth.
We got no evidence he was created miraculous.
We have no evidence he was born this of a woman.
That's right.
So we don't know.
You can't go on either one of those premises. But you know what
Let it go with what the Bible says.
in my opinion,
No mother, no father.
is yours. In my opinion, it meant that you can't find the record of it more in the scriptures or in history. Nobody ever has.
Let it go. Because God said it's
Now, you admit that I was right and he was wrong. No. And yeah, what you ever know.
Before we get too far down that road, number 13, page chapter 13.
This is my opinion, and it can be, so it's wrong. So you don't put your opinion in it.
Chapter and verse.
It has to be in the Bible.
And we're not told, like what we were looking at, it's not that order, or we were told.
No, we don't know it. Old Testament like about where certain people came from. I don't know what about the temple.
Yeah. The other verse I was looking for actually is back in chapter 13, 3 or 4 chapters before this. Chapter 13, verse 2, and Abram was very rich in cattle and silver and gold. And he went on his journeys from the south, even to Bethel, even to the place where his tent began beginning back to Bethlehem, to the place of the altar which he made there at first. And there Abram called on the Lord.
What that show is, if you follow what the Lord tells you to do, you'll be very rich. But you got to be careful how you find very rich.
You can be very, very poor physically and rich spiritually. A lot of times we think the physical blessings
And
are
also,
blessings
I
from
have
God.
eternal life. What blessing would you have physically or any
Same thing with some of the dreaded diseases that people we said that, if they had it, if they had a cure, they could do everything they had for just another, month of life. If you think about it spiritually, we need to be ready to sell everything we need, everything we have, and make the change spiritually. To give up on this world, we know it's gone. It's going to leave. And we're not going to live forever. We are going to stand before God in judgment. Abraham was rich before this time, and then he refused basically to keep anything. And he was known, being a man after God's own heart. If you think about the different people in Hebrews of faith, he did these things as God commanded him. That's the way what we should use. Completely out of time now. We got down to the lesson questions on page 17 of Bethesda. Let's do a little homework on him. Anything else we can talk about next week? We'll go from there. I do appreciate your attendance and your reading and your confidence. Thank you.
Everybody needs that to make you neat.
Good try. Good try his best.
No, I'm trying to give you a hard time.
No, I never thought about it. When I read it, I was